any moment he can be called on, he's ready. So I don't think they're too worried about that.
Exactly, and we've had 9 of our starters back this year, only 9. So look how the depth of this, the team has stepped up through these first 4 games, and I think they're going to continue to step up.
Definitely. And do you guys think? Do you think we're going bowling this year? I mean, 4-0. I mean, we've had some times in the past where you mentioned 2005 with Jay Cutler, and then the MTSU game that they lost. Do you think they can keep this up?
I'm not making any predictions. I'm not doing it to them. It's not fair to them or to us to get our hopes up.
Yeah.
I just think enjoy this moment. Regardless of what happens in the future, bowl game or not, enjoy this 4-0, feeling good about ourselves, and then take each game at a time. I think that's all you can do. As Vanderbilt fans, I think that's what we've become accustomed to doing. So I think just enjoy the moment, and we'll see what happens.
I would have to agree. Take it game by game. You never know what's going to happen, especially in the SEC.
Definitely, you heard them. And I mean, moving on from just college football, staying on the gridiron, Jay Cutler up in the NFL is making some serious noise. He's among, if not the elite quarterback in the NFL right now. What is that performance Jay Cutler's having right now? How does that reflect on Vanderbilt?
Well, I just think it's great whenever you hear the word Jay Cutler, almost the next word you hear is Vanderbilt right after. Jay Cutler, Vanderbilt. And you don't always hear that with every other quarterback at our schools. And I think that's pretty cool. So I think he just brings the program instant credibility that I think, especially 3 years ago when he was drafted, that helped a lot. And now it's just cool to see an alum having such great success, and it doesn't hurt at all. I mean, I think the players, sure they care a little bit about Jay Cutler and what he's doing, but at just national level, there's been so many Bronco fans that become Vanderbilt fans, and it's just a cool feeling to have. So I think the more players you have that are doing well in the NFL, the better the program's going to be.
Yeah, it's brought a lot of recognition, especially in 2005 when they beat UT. So I think it's bringing great recognition to Vanderbilt, and he's doing a great job. When he was going to the 2006 draft, he was projected to go right after Matt Leinart and Vince Young. So I think he's doing a great job.
Definitely, and I think the Titans may be kicking themselves right now that they didn't take Cutler. But here, the other part of this, though, is that I keep on hearing that the reason, I mean, Jay Cutler, let's put it this way, he's one of the best passers outside the pocket when he scrambles. Now, this is a good thing. The bad thing is that people credit that to the practice he got escaping the pocket because Vanderbilt's O-line back then just couldn't hold it for him. Are you guys okay with that? I mean, it's definitely not a ringing endorsement.
I mean, it is what it is. I think that's going to happen. And Jay even admitted that sometimes that, especially his senior year is a little different. But before I even got here, I mean, it wasn't easy for Jay as an SC quarterback facing just D lineman after D lineman. So I think, and there might have been some truth to that. But I mean, if he was playing now, that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah, I don't really like that statement too much because he's been at Denver for 3 years. So I feel as though he's getting used to the system. You can't really credit that back to the O-line or whatever. It's just he's getting used to the Denver system. He's getting used to the quarterback coach. So I think he's just getting a feel for it, and he's just grown over the years.
Definitely.
He's always been a good quarterback, even when he was at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, he's got a talent set that's not you can't accredit it to any one thing, especially something along those lines. Now moving forward, going towards taking a step off the gridiron, going to the hardwood. The women's basketball team schedule was announced last week. They've got 16 home games, I believe, and 9 games against NCAA tournament opponents from last year. Guys, how do you think they're going to fare this year?
I'm excited about this team because you look at returning all 5 starters in contrast to the men who are going to be very inexperienced. You have a women's team that has a lot of experience. They play with intensity. They run up. I love the pace they play at. Jen Risper is just fun to watch. And Tina Worth, both seniors, with great experience. I think it'll be a very fun team to watch that has potential to do some very big things.
I would have to agree. They have all 5 of their starters back. And Tina Worth, she's averaging 13.1 points a game. She's leader in the SEC for three-point field goal. So I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, it should be fun this year watching them, create some Memorial Madness out there. Well, anyway, that'll do it for the roundtable this week. We'll take it right to the football team to hear what they had to say about their big win against Ole Miss this weekend.
I think it means a lot for the team, the coaches, and just like the Nashville community, and 5-0 is looking good too. So hopefully we can do that and just keep this momentum rolling. I felt that if we got in his face a lot, we were hoping he would panic and start just throwing the ball up, and it would help us out to create plays, and sure enough, our D-line, they played fantastic towards the end there, and they were just all over them. And, it obviously makes all our jobs easier. So.
Your first interception you turned for a touchdown was really a momentum changer. Ole Miss kind of had the momentum at that point. Talk about that play. Do you think you're going to make it all the way back?
Well, I wasn't sure. I wasn't really sure who was close to me or not, but I knew once I got that ball, I was going to go as fast as I could. So, yeah. I mean, when turnovers and stuff, things of that sort, you got to take advantage of them, especially when you're playing conference games against good teams. We had a couple in the beginning of the game not go our way, so it was nice to have a couple go our way. Kind of balance it out a little bit.
4-0, that's got to feel good, right?
Feels great. I've been working hard since last season. I feel like our hard work's paying off, but it's not finished yet. Gotta keep going.
Becoming like almost even just a second half team, not solely a second half team, but shutting down against the no points given up in the second half. How does that feel?
It feels great. We take pride in finishing games. Last year we weren't able to finish as well. Fourth quarter kind of withered away, but we take pride in finishing, conditioning, just work hard.
Ole Miss had it going into the open end of the Jumbotron side. You guys stopped them. And
Yeah, that was a big series for us. We had to buckle down. They were driving a little bit. We just had to make up our minds that they weren't going to score. Defense, we held our ground.
what's this victory mean for you, being from Memphis and Ole Miss being close by?
I didn't grow up an Ole Miss fan or hater as much as people would think that a person from Memphis should. But just being 4-0, no matter who we beat, I'm glad we're 4-0, 2-0 in the SEC. And I'm thankful for it.
You guys looking forward to the bye week, having that extra week of rest at this point of the year?
It'll be good for us. We got Auburn in 2 weeks, so we're just going to be ready for them. Have a little extra time to prepare.
When you got that call in there, what was your first thought? What was going through your mind right then and there?
I was just, ready. I felt prepared. I was, ready to get in and just make something happen and be there for the team. So
Definitely. And I mean, you've seen like the second half efforts of this team this year. How does it feel like to really just put it away this time? I mean,
it's just a different vibe from this team. It's my 4th year here, and we've had some great players here, and we've had some good teams, but something just a little bit different about this team. Like you see us, just have some bad things happen to us real early in the game, and no one really freaks out. Everyone's just still in it and focused and just ready to come back, and we expect to win. I think that's a big difference with this team.
And I mean, 4-0. This team could be ranked next week. The polls come out. What do you think about that? What does that mean to this squad?
That's just huge for our program, recruiting, and just getting us recognized for. It's tough getting their bowl games when teams start getting close with their record. So, just going 4-0 into this bye week, we'll get everybody healthy again, and we're feeling great about the season. So we just got to keep pushing.